You know what I hate? Schools. They are pretty much the most cancerous place that you can send your kid to go to. Alright, public schools, not private schools. I've never been to private schools, nor do I fucking care. But schools in general are very, very cancerous, full of cancerous people. Not saying I'm not one. Obviously, I probably am in certain places. But I'm a respectable student. I listen. I tell the teachers to go fuck themselves. Alright. But, so, I'm just going to give off a list of how many ever facts I can get through that I hate about school. So, the first thing that I hate about school is the teachers. Now, what the teachers do is, I have certain teachers that'll load you down with homework, and they'll be like, "Oh, do it in a matter of 10 minutes." They'll give you 50 pages of work. I'm gonna over exaggerate here, but they'll give you 50 pages of work, and then give you the rest of the class period to do it, and you only get about 10 papers done, right? And then they expect you to do it, all the rest of it at home, and then get it into them tomorrow. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I gotta follow the school board decisions and shit. The school board can go fuck themselves. They don't know what's best for us students. Listen, students don't learn jack shit when you tell them to do this and that, and you have to do it our way in a certain matter of time, and students don't learn stuff. And it's so hard to learn when the teacher's an old, fat, gut busting on a table shit. Like the gut's so heavy it'll bust the table in half. Fat fuck who hates his job, so he hates the students when he comes in. The students don't learn that way. You gotta show them hands-on stuff. You can't plop them down at a table and then expect them to do it, like, write it on a piece of paper and do it this way, only this way. You have to do it this way, and you can only do it this way. There's no other way around it, even though there's a million options around it. Fuck off. Anywho. And then, another thing I hate is the students themselves. The other students. Like, I swear, some of these parents don't know how to raise their kids. I swear, I'm not one to talk, but I had pretty good parents, and they raised me pretty good, right? So they raised me to be a respectable student, not to talk back. And some of these students will be fucking smoking, doing fucking dope. I don't know why I said that. But they'll be fucking smoking marijuana and stuff, like illegal marijuana. They'll be drinking. High school kids will be drinking. Be smoking. They'll be getting into fights. Like, discipline your goddamn kids for once. When you get home, if you see them smoking, smack them upside the face. That's how you discipline your kids. You don't just beat them with a closed fist. You smack them. Just right in the face. Right on the face. And it disciplines them. And it teaches them at an early age not to talk back, get into fights, smoke, do marijuana, drink, you know. Like, I'm a kid who is a heavier type of kid and stuff. And I was raised in a nice household, and I was taught never to do drugs. And I had the common sense never to do, like, I'm never going to do alcohol, cigarettes, vapor, or chew, or anything like that. I'm not going to do it because I know that it causes mouth cancer, lung cancer, and other certain types of cancers. Liver cancer, alcohol causes liver cancer, and I want to refrain from doing that stuff because I hate hospitals. That's another video. How I hate hospitals. That's a whole another video I can make. But all these cancer-causing things, these kids are doing them because their parents aren't disciplining them enough. It's simple. Discipline your kids. Smack them upside the face. Just a swift right across the face. None of that wrist slapping shit. Another thing I hate about schools is the way that the teachers treat you. No. The way the principal acts. Oh, ugh. The principal at our school thinks he's all high and fucking mighty. Right? He doesn't act like it, but I know he thinks it. He'll be walking down the hallway like, yeah, fucking look at me, you little fuckers. And me and my friend Nash will just be standing in the hallway, be like, we'll be singing under our breath like, because he's so fucking fat. He's a fat ass. Worse than me. And that's saying something, because I got big jiggly man titties, and he's got fucking big tiggly... He's got big jiggly melons hanging from his nips, right? Hanging from his tits, chest, whatever you want to call it. And he thinks he's all high and mighty. He brings a fucking little thing of Coke, not the drug, the pop, to school, and he'll drink that every time he's in the lunchroom. Every time I see him out in the lunchroom, he'll be drinking one of them fucking Coke things, getting even fatter. And it's like, come on, man. And he'll be like cracking down on us like, we got this bald, goatee, fat fuck vice principal who I'll be sitting in the fucking lunchroom and he'll be like, I'll be like, fuck, man, I forgot that in the fucking chemistry room. And then he'll come up to me, he's like, watch your language. And I'll be like, yeah, sure, yeah, whatever. And he walks away, I'm like, fucking cunt, behind his back. And all the people at the lunchroom will start calling him names and shit. Because he's the worst person you could have picked to be the vice principal. My school is very cancerous, and I hate it there. I just want to fucking kill myself whenever I'm there. The students, the teachers, everything there is so fucking meaningless. Another thing is the math and the fucking classes they make you take. So you have to have, where I come from, 1 language credit. Whoa, holy shit, my hair. Yeah, that's a little bit better. 1 language credit, 4 math credits, I think 3 or 4 science credits. It's like, dude, make us take 1 of each. I had a plan. I wanted to go to auto mechanics, right? I should have just been able to take classes specifically for auto mechanics through high school. Instead of taking these meaningless math classes that teach you like, oh, x plus banana plus times banana equals apples plus sex. How does it make a baby? Like, the most confusing math shit you can imagine they teach you. And when am I going to use that in real life? Unless I'm going to be a fucking scientist. What regular kid is going to be a fucking scientist? Exactly, I'm not going to be a fucking scientist. Who wants to be a scientist? Well, I want to be a scientist. Get the fuck out of my video. Fucking asshole. But, and this like chemistry shit and this physical science and biology shit, I don't need to know how plants have plant cells and how animals have animal cells and how an fucking inside of an atom is. Woo! Great. I don't need to know that. Do you need to know it? No. Most people are just going to go out into the workforce or go into college or trade school to learn a specific thing. Like, some people may be math majors or some shit. I don't fucking care about you. I'm going to be an auto mechanic person, right? Which uses, like, little to no math. Like, very little math. And it's some simple stuff like this plus this equals this type of stuff. Maybe a couple times and divide stuff. That's easy. Right? But I'm not going to use fucking banana plus banana times apples equals fucking XYZ shit in the fucking industry, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Remember to subscribe.